Hey, what's up, my little TisaTellss show? Sit down, shut the door, Sussex Squad. Ish is going down. Harry has literally dropped. Woo! Listen, Harry has made groundbreaking accusations in his court legal papers. He has exposed William as being a liar, a hypocrite, and literally making a deal with the devil. He has exposed Charles for undermining the queen. You guys, oh my God, okay, let me slow down because I just saw the article. I jumped on to make it. I haven't even gotten through the article, so we're going to take this journey together. What's up, Sussex Squad? Y'all, Charles is being accused by Harry of undermining the Queen of England because she also planned to sue the UK media. And he did it. So this fallacy, this farce, this sham of a nation between him and his mistress turned Queen's consort, Camilla Parker Bowles, could reign and stay in favor with the UK media. You guys, this is woo! Harry is not playing. Kudos to Harry for literally dropping the ball. Literally, he went off. And then he's going to be sitting in that coronation smiling and cheesing, waving. What's up, Camilla? How's your apples going? What's up, Paul? How you doing? William, Kate, what's up? Literally leave carnage and then go back home. Y'all, I'm beginning to like this little... I'm beginning to love this little game that Harry and Meghan are playing because, baby, they just keep on winning. But let's get into these groundbreaking details. You guys, I cannot. Let's go. Okay, this is directly out of The Guardian, so baby, you know it's real. If you guys don't know, Harry submitted legal documents giving basis to his claim. I'm going to go over the William stuff in a different story, okay? But just to let you guys know, William secretly settled with them. Yeah, all this time, all the whole royal family was talking ish about Harry suing the UK media. William was secretly suing them too and secretly settled for a huge lump sum of money. Okay, we'll talk about that in a different thing. Let's talk about the Queen. However, Charles backstabbed, double-crossed, did whatever to the Queen mom because she planned to sue the News UK. Harry says his father intervened because he wanted to ensure the son supported he and Camilla's future reign. As you know, Camilla hired people from Rupert Murdoch. They are in Charles and Camilla's household. Piers Morgan, everybody that is perfectly horrible, they are deep in the royal family. Camilla, I don't even want to say Camilla made a deal with the devil. According to Harry, Camilla is the devil. Charles loves that devil and made a deal with the UK media to sell out his whole generation in exchange for him and Camilla being able to ascend. Now, here's the one thing I do want to say because Charles is so stupid. Baby, the Sun and the UK ran ish globally, right? While your mama was alive. She was the original influencer. However, thank goodness, the Sun and all them, the only people that really take them seriously are the people that are Charles's age and older. Yeah, you played the long game. Yeah, you do control the UK media. But you don't control Twitter. You don't control Snapchat. You don't control YouTube. You don't control Instagram. Everybody and their mom sees what's going on. And even though people are saying, oh my God, history books will reflect whatever Charles and Camilla says, they think they have to, baby, history is now moving forward, going to be supplemented by actually what, do you understand there's a historical record in real time of what the actual regular person thought? No longer are we combined to history books. Now get this. They're saying Queen Elizabeth II personally threatened Rupert Murdoch's media company with legal proceedings over phone hacking only for her efforts to be sabotaged by Prince Charles. Prince Harry said his father intervened because he wanted to ensure the son supported his ascension to the throne and Camilla's role as Queen's consort and had a specific long-term strategy to keep the media on the side for when the time came. He made these claims Tuesday as part of his ongoing legal action against News Group newspapers. The legal case lays before Harry's allegations of the deals between senior members of the British royal family and tabloid newspapers. He said King Charles had personally demanded he stop his legal cases against the British newspaper outlets when they were filed in 2019. He said, I was summoned to Buckingham Palace and specifically told to drop the legal actions because they have an effect on all the family. This was a direct request, or rather demand, from my father. He blamed the press intrusion on the collapse in his mental health. And said the journalist had destroyed many of his relationships with girlfriends, and the British tabloid journalists fueled online trolls and drove people to delete themselves. He said, how much more blood will stain their typing fingers before someone can put a stop to this madness? He suggested that the press's intrusion by The Sun and other newspapers led to his mother, Diana, Princess of Wales, choosing to travel without a police escort, ultimately leading to her death in 1997. Now, in 2017, he decided to seek an apology from Murdoch's News UK for phone hacking. They were saying he received the backing of Queen Elizabeth II and his brother. His admission said William was very understanding and supportive and agreed that we needed to do it. He therefore suggested that I seek permission from Granny. I spoke to her shortly afterwards and said something along the lines of, are you happy for me to push this forward? Do I have your permission? And she said yes. He demanded an apology, right? He demanded that Rebecca Brooks, who was the Murdoch executive at that time, and Robert Thompson give an apology. They refused to apologize, and out of desperation, Harry discussed banning reporters from the Murdoch-owned outlets from attending his wedding. However, in 2018, Sally Osman, Queen Elizabeth II's communications secretary, wrote an email to Harry explaining she was willing to threaten legal action in the name of the monarchy. They said the Queen has given her consent to send a further note by email to Robert Thompson, CEO of the News Corporation, and Rebecca Brooks, CEO of News UK. They said Her Majesty has approved the wording, which essentially says there's an increasing frustration at their lack of response and engagement, and while we tried to settle without involving lawyers, we will need to consider our stance unless we receive a viable proposal. However, there was no apology. Harry ascribes a secret deal between the royal family and senior Murdoch executives to keep proceedings out of court. As part of the legal proceedings, he alleged his brother, Prince William, had secretly been paid a huge sum of money, unbeknownst to Harry, by Murdoch's company in 2020 to settle the phone hacking claims. He claimed shortly before his wedding he was informed Murdoch's company would not apologize to the Queen and the rest of the royal family at the stage because they would have to admit that not only was the News of the World involved in phone hacking, but also The Sun, which they couldn't afford to do, as it would undermine their continued denials that illegal activity took place. Now, the company, right? Murdoch's company has always denied. They're saying that any illegal behavior took place at The Sun and that all phone hacking and illicit blogging of the personal material was limited to its sister news paper, now, the defunct News of the World. Harry says that's a lie and claims phone hacking was widespread at The Sun when it was edited by Brooks, and now senior Murdoch executive. He said he's willing to go to trial in an attempt to prove this. Murdoch's company denies any wrongdoing at The Sun and that there was any secret deal between the newspaper and the royal household over phone hacking. Now, he said that the press intrusion for his mother was one of the reasons she insisted on not having protection after the divorce. He literally said if she'd had police protection with her in August 1997, she'd probably still be alive today. People who abuse their power like this need to face the consequences of their actions. Otherwise, it says we can all behave like this. Harry now believes his father and royal courtiers were prioritizing positive coverage of his father and Camilla in The Sun rather than seeking to back his legal claims. He said they had a specific long-term strategy to keep the media, including the Sun publisher, NGA, outside in order to smooth the way for my stepmother and father to be accepted by the British public as Queen Consort and King respectively. When the time came, anything that might upset the apple cart in this regard, including the suggestion of resolution of our phone hacking claims, must be avoided at all costs. He said all of his girlfriends would find they are not just in a relationship with me, but also an entire tabloid. He claimed the press was pushing him in the hope of a total and very public breakdown. You guys, this is absolutely, unequivocally shocking. It's groundbreaking. The fact that he is calling out his father. Y'all, Harry and Meghan did the checkmate of the century. They even had me fooled. Y'all, I will bow down to the greatness. Let's be real, this is Meghan's mind, but I will bow down to the greatness. They held the royal family off at bay forever, waiting to see whether they accepted the coronation. Charles thought he was so slick and didn't invite Meghan or Meghan or the kids to even the family events. The kids weren't invited. They took all these shots, bows and arrows slinging. Harry popped up last minute and said, you know what, I'm coming, Pa, but Meghan's staying at home. The British press salivated. I worried. I really thought they were having problems. They said, no. Do you see what's going on? Harry misses London. He knows what side his bread's buttered on. Charles was like, I'm so sorry Meghan's not coming, but I'm so glad to have my son back. They thought the end was near. They thought all that mess they talked about had come to pass. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan kept silent. They heard the naysayers. I was one of them being like, baby, this looks like family drama. I really thought. Because in what world could you break bread with my ops that literally had me ready to delete myself? I'll tell you in what world. In a world where you knew that they were planning to slander you by being counselor of estate, possibly threaten you with treason. I know it would never probably pass the parliament. That doesn't mean the tabloids wouldn't do it. But you also knew that you had this ace card. You also knew that after you accepted and they said, oh, great, this and that, you knew you were unleashing a hornet's nest and letting them know that Charles sabotaged his own mother and letting them know that the Queen Mum was ready to go to war with Harry to defend him and Meghan. That the Queen loved him and Meghan. That all the hatred, all the vitriol, everything we saw, that when they tried to take away everything Harry and Meghan built and loved, including the love for each other, was all from Charles and Camilla. This was all a scheme, a dumb, stupid, petty, toxic scheme where you sold your whole family out for nothing more than a headline because you couldn't endear yourself to the hearts and minds of the people. You guys, this is it. It is showtime, and baby, we're going to talk about William in the next video and what that means. And we're also going to talk about Eugenia and Beatrice and their horrible, listen, you guys always pick the wrong side, just like your mama Fergie, but that's for a new video. Y'all, bow down. Meghan and Harry did the checkmate, the coup of the century. Y'all, it's going down, and I can't wait to see what happens at the coronation. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I will talk to you later. Bye.